Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute with a price tag of $3 million 3 years after it made its debut at the 2019 Geneva International Motor Show, the Koenigsegg Jesko is almost ready for production. The Swedish performance marque on Monday released photos of a completed Jesko Absolute pre-production model. The stunning hypercar, finished in graphite gray, joins the Jesko Attack pre-production model completed last summer. The Jesko Attack is finished in a bright orange color that was offered on Koenigsegg's CCR in the company's early days. Pre-production cars are typically used for final testing as well as for certification and registration purposes. They also provide plant employees with an opportunity to iron out any production snags before the first customer examples are built. Koenigsegg said both Jesko pre-production models will be retained by the factory for testing. Customer deliveries of the Jesko are due to start later in 2022 and just 125 examples are destined to be built. All build slots are gone, despite the car starting at $3 million. For those readers wiping their tears on their blank check, there may still be a way to secure a Jesko. A handful of build slots for exotics like the Jesko are usually earmarked for dealer partners. So don't be surprised if examples start showing up for sale, with huge markups, in the near future. Customers will be able to choose between the Attack and Absolute versions. The Jesko Attack features a high downforce setup designed for achieving top track times, while the Jesko Absolute features a low downforce setup designed for top speed runs. The latter, whose coefficient of drag is a low 0.278 CD, can easily be identified by its missing rear wing. The Jesko Absolute should be able to crack the 300 mph barrier, and Koenigsegg has stated that it will never attempt to build a faster car. Buyers that opt for the Jesko Attack will be treated to more than 3,000 pounds of downforce through numerous aerodynamic elements that adorn the car's body. Both versions sport a 5.0-liter twin-turbocharged V8. With E85 in the tank, the hypercar makes 1,600 horsepower. Filling the car up with gasoline drops the power rating to 1,280 horsepower. The engine pairs with a 9-speed automatic that Koenigsegg calls the Lightspeed transmission. Technology within the transmission allows the Jesko to skip gears, allowing it to drop seamlessly from, say, 7th to 4th. The transmission never sees 5th or 6th gear in this example. Bugatti Chiron Super Sport worth $3.9 million. In this case, my first is a hypercar and it's a doozy. It boasts an 8.0-liter engine with 16 cylinders and 4 turbochargers, a price tag of more than $4 million, and a top speed of 273 miles per hour. Yep, my first hypercar drive is in the 2022 Bugatti Chiron Super Sport. The Super Sport fits in the middle of the Chiron range, though there's nothing middle of the road about it. With more power than the base Chiron, it's faster, but it doesn't have the bonkers top speed of the Super Sport 300 Plus, which reached 304.8 miles per hour. The Pure Sport is the Bugatti for dynamic handling, and this Super Sport functions more as a grand touring car. You know, at 1,578 HP GT. Sounds perfect for a relaxing drive up the coast. Approaching the car, I'm pretty anxious. I don't have the kind of insurance that will cover me if I $% up this beautiful car. The long tail means it will take up 10 more inches of linear space in collectors' palatial garages than the standard Chiron, but it maintains the same width, height, and wheelbase. There is plenty of carbon fiber here, and I cannot get over the rear end. I love the split rear window, sleek wing, and stacked quad tailpipes. The familiar horse-collar Bugatti grille up front is flanked by jeweled LED headlights with large intakes below. Above the front fenders sit attractive air vents that consist of 9 holes on each side in sets of 3. They harken back to the EB110 Super Sport, but also provide high-speed stability as the car approaches 250 miles per hour. I'm surprised the Super Sport doesn't have millionaire doors, you know, the kind that open upward. It's easy to get into. No climbing over a wide door sill is necessary, and once in my rear fits snugly into a well-bolstered, if lightly cushioned, seat. The cabin is pretty sparse, especially considering the price. It lacks high-tech screens and GGA features. Instead, 4 configurable digital dials stacked vertically on the dash display either HVAC controls or driving data like max power used, G-forces, and the like. A small shifter sits below. The flat-bottom steering wheel has audio controls and a few buttons to access information in the gauge cluster. More importantly, this is where the drive modes are located, as well as the start button. I take a deep breath and push that button. Immediately, a rumble fills the cabin like nothing I've ever heard. and heads turn to see what is making that glorious noise. Hypercar SSC Tuatara with price of $2 million. Almost a decade after we first laid eyes on the Tuatara, SSC North America has finally put the hypercar into production. Just 100 examples will be built in total, and the first was revealed on Friday at the Philadelphia Auto Show. The car was actually delivered to its owner, Larry Kaplan of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, during 2019 Monterey Car Week, and he's kept his new toy a secret for half a year. Kaplan has kept the car out of the spotlight, primarily because he wanted the debut to take place at the Philadelphia Auto Show as part of a tie-in with his charity organization, CF Charities. Kaplan's Tuatara features pearlescent black paint with red and gloss black accents. The car also features the Tuatara's high-speed configuration as opposed to the high downforce setup that SSC offers. Inside, there's exposed carbon fiber, a digital instrument cluster with a 300 mph speedometer, and a touchscreen-based interface to control the infotainment system and the vehicle's drive mode selector. There's also plenty of space for two, which isn't normally the case with mid-engine cars, as SSC promises that a person as tall as 6 feet 5 inches will comfortably fit, even when wearing a helmet. Powering the Tuatara is a bespoke SSC-developed 5.9-liter twin-turbo V8 that whips up 1,350 horsepower on pump gas and 1,750 horsepower on E85 as it approaches its 8,800 revolutions per minute redline. A 7-speed automated manual transmission, which can shift in less than 100 milliseconds, from Italy's Cima sends the power to the rear wheels. The Tuatara weighs only 2,750 pounds dry. Production of the Tuatara is handled at SSC's facility in Richland, Washington. SSC handles most of the work in-house, including construction of the car's carbon fiber monocoque chassis and body. The aerodynamic shape of the car, penned by famed designer Jason Castriata, has a coefficient of drag rating of just 0.279, which is among the lowest of any high-performance car in production today. That's important as SSC plans to challenge Bugatti's world production car speed record. In 2018, SSC CEO Jared Shelby said the Tuatara is the only car with a legitimate shot at 300 miles per hour. Shelby was wrong. Bugatti was the first automaker to break the 300 mph barrier with the Chiron Super Sport 300 Plus in 2019. The speed to beat is now 304.773 miles per hour. The battle for top speed supremacy is well and truly on. Hennessy revealed the Venom F5 Roadster with price of $3 million. A car that just might be the fastest convertible ever to enter production. Set to make its formal debut on August 19 at the Quail, a motorsports gathering, one of the premier events of 2022 Monterey Car Week. The new Venom F5 Roadster is the open-top version of Hennessy's Venom F5 hypercar unveiled 2 years ago, and there's been no loss in performance with the removal of the roof, we're told. The Venom F5 Roadster runs the same twin-turbo 6.6-liter V8 as its coupe sibling, meaning a peak output of 1,542 horsepower on pump gas and 1,817 horsepower on E85. Peak torque is rated at 1,193 pound-feet. The mighty engine, nicknamed Fury, is mated to a 7-speed automated manual transmission and spins the rear wheels only. Also shared with the coupe is the carbon fiber central monocoque structure, though the Roadster features a removable roof panel that needs to be stored at home. The Venom F5 was designed from the outset with an open-top version in mind, so only minor tweaks were required to the monocoque to accommodate the missing roof, meaning no major weight gain. Hennessy quotes a dry weight of 3,098 pounds for the Venom F5 Roadster, versus 2,998 pounds for the coupe. The removable roof panel is made from carbon fiber and sports an Alcantara headliner. It connects to the car via a pair of high-strength latches. Buyers will receive a separate stand to accommodate the roof panel when it's not in use. Carbon fiber is also used for the other body panels, as well as in the cabin, to help further save weight. Hennessy still needs to conduct some final tests to validate the car's performance, but the company states the Venom F5 Roadster is engineered to eclipse 300 miles per hour, just like the coupe. Mind you, the highest speed Hennessy has taken the coupe is 271.6 miles per hour, though higher speed runs are planned. Should the Roadster match the coupe in performance, it will be the fastest open-top car of any kind in production. The speed to beat is 265.6 miles per hour, set by Hennessy's own Venom GT Spider back in 2016. Hennessy plans to build 30 examples of the Roadster, each priced at $3 million. That's more than the 24 examples of the coupe that are destined to be built. Production will be handled at Hennessy's headquarters in Sealy, Texas. Rimac Nevera priced at $2.2 million. 1,914 horsepower and 1,696 pound-feet of torque. Rimac's C_2 electric hypercar has finally been revealed in production guise. C_2 has always been a code name for the project, and on Tuesday Rimac revealed the car's final name is Nevera. According to Rimac, the name is derived from a Mediterranean storm that can appear suddenly off the coast of Croatia, the country where Rimac is based and is constructing a new headquarters and technology campus. Rimac has continued development of the Nevera since the original concept was shown in Geneva 3 years ago, to the point that virtually everything has changed for the production version, CEO and founder Mate Rimac said in 2020. Among other things, Rimac has spent time fine-tuning driver aids. The Nevera will have a drift mode, as well as advanced driver assist tech that will act as a driving coach on racetracks and offer some self-driving capability. The driver coach, which will be available as an over-the-air update in 2022, relies on 12 ultrasonic sensors, 13 cameras, and 6 radars, and provides an infotainment screen visual overlay of popular tracks together with audio guidance to help you hone the acceleration, braking, and steering. General performance has also been enhanced. While peak power from the car's 4-motor powertrain remains unchanged at 1,914 horsepower, torque has been dialed up to 1,740 pound-feet. The result is a car that will sprint to 60 miles per hour from rest in 1.85 seconds, pass the quarter mile in 8.6 seconds, and eventually top out at 258 miles per hour. Aerodynamic improvements were also a major area of focus, resulting in a 34% improvement in aerodynamic efficiency compared to the original concept. Cooling efficiency has also been improved. The key change has been the installation of active elements, including the front hood, underbody flaps, and the rear wing and diffuser. This enables the car to have low drag and high downforce modes, with algorithms used to optimize the aero elements based on the driving situation. At the center of the Nevera is a carbon fiber monocoque structure that Rimac boasts as the single biggest carbon fiber component found in a production car. It includes the structure for the battery, in this case a 120 kWh H-shaped unit, as well as the rear subframe and aluminum support inserts.